welcome to another episode of Parlez with Dr. Stanley Moise. It's great to have everyone here once again. This evening, I happen to have wonderful guests with us because unlike before where we had one or two, this time we happen to have three. So it is a pleasure to welcome each and every one of you back again. Thank you for joining in. As always, I'm going to have each one of my guests introduce themselves because tonight we are actually speaking with FIWI International. So therefore, FIWIentertainment.com is the site, but FIWI Entertainment. And we have the three owners here with us this evening. So please start on my right. Why don't you introduce yourself?
So my name is Shane. I'm one of the organizers for Fashion in the West International with FIWI Entertainment. We started off this program, with just one goal: make it one of the best fashion shows anyone have ever been to.
All
right.
My name is Orville, also one of the organizers for FIWI International. FIWI has just started out for the first year, but it's one of the best fashion shows right now in Jamaica.
Okay, yeah. Very nice. And we have with us also direct in Jamaica.
From the islands.
From the islands.
That's right. Not Jamaica, Queens, but Jamaica, the island.
That's right. Of course, my name is Jermaine. I'm one of the coordinators for the FIWI fashion show, Fashion in the West International. Of course, our first show was last year, pretty exciting show. It was a very good run, and we're looking forward in expanding this year, next year, and the years to come.
Well, one of the reasons why we're here this evening is because as an educator, I thought it would be best that we provide opportunities for our scholars. We want the community to know that there is no limit to what we can do. So part of the conversation, you will learn how FIWI is going to support the school, how they are here to support the community, and overall, they're going to tell us about the next fashion show that they're having. So why don't we get started? So who wants to share with me how we came up with the name FIWI and what does it stand for?
So FIWI have a few different meanings.
Okay.
FIWI in Jamaica is a term used as in belonging, right? Okay. So as in ours, it's the word. So you could say this a FIWI one.
Okay.
That's a Jamaican term, right? So it's a term belonging. So this entire fashion show is ours, right? Nice. And when we say ours, we mean ours as a people in general. Okay. So the way we come up with FIWI is Fashion in the West International. How we started is because the show is actually based on the western side of the island in Jamaica itself. So we wanted to create a show that actually mimics where the geographic location of the show is. Okay. So that's how we came up with Fashion in the West International. And the international part is we actually trying to take Fashion in the West internationally once we fully get this thing.
So it's not just an acronym, it actually has a meaning also.
Exactly.
Okay. So what brought all the three of you together? How did you guys come together to say, this is what we're doing together?
So we started out, Shane and I normally do the video and photography. And we always wanted to have a show in Jamaica, but we never really thought of what, we would do in Jamaica. But we went down there, Shane did a photo shoot, and we met one of the designers that we had on the show last year. It was such great talent that we decided, listen, we need to find some way to put him out there for the world to see. Because fashion shows in Jamaica, but not on a big scale. So we decided that we wanted to, showcase them internationally so that other people can see their work.
What's taking place.
Right. So that's how we ended up doing the fashion show.
Okay. Right. Because they do get the attention, but we wanted to shine a bigger spotlight on them right now. Right.
So Jermaine, why don't you share with us how you became involved in FIWI?
I came involved with FIWI, my association with FIWI Productions. when Orville had reached out to me to tell me that, they were interested in starting a show here, doing a fashion show here in Jamaica. I jumped on it right away. And so, because event planning and so on is up my alley, and doing a fashion show. One of the things in Jamaica, we do have a few fashion show, but not a lot to really showcase, talents of models and talents of designers. And I wanted to be a part of something that would have been able to, create that kind of atmosphere, whereas, we'll be able to showcase a lot of talents from designers and models that didn't really get the opportunity to showcase their talents, because most times when events are being held here, it's most likely the well-known designers or the well-known models and stuff. But what about those who people, are not aware of? We have true talent, just as the well-known, you know, well-known designers and models. So I jumped on it right away, and the journey has been pretty much good.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear. So you guys actually had a show recently. And by the way, for everyone watching, I was there on the show,
Yes.
okay? Just so we know. So tell me, how did that go? What was the turnout? What were some of the pros and the cons, some of the things that you expected to happen, and some surprises that may have happened? Give us a little bit of background story here.
Oh man, what can we say? The show was, it was lost for words for us as organizers, because it was our first fashion show that we did in Jamaica like that, to that big scale. So us three organizing the show, we know exactly what we wanted to produce. We know the scale, we know the professionality, we know the quality of service that we wanted to produce, right? So the show itself came out beyond our expectation, it exceeded our own expectation, and not only that, it exceeded our expectation, it set such a high bar for us that this upcoming show, we can't go anything below.
Okay, don't talk about that yet. Don't talk about that yet. Let's just stay focused. Let's give the people a little bit avant-goût of everything that's taking place. Right. So tell me, what were some of the things, some of the highlights for you?
So some of the highlights for me was actually seeing the models coming out on stage, and the crowd reacting to them. Because one thing I wanted to mention is that 95% of those models were first timers. They have never modeled before.
Okay.
So seeing them coming out on stage and the crowd reacting to them, and the confidence that they had in themselves, it was really.
So you guys locked them into a contract already, so nobody steals them from you. Is that it?
All right, so so the contract, we did not lock them in a contract.
No, okay.
And we have a very valid reason why we did not do that in the contract. If we should elaborate on that, we want to give, part of our show is to give everyone an opportunity.
Okay.
We don't want to lock a specific group of models and we keep reusing those models. We want to give another upcoming model an opportunity to basically shine, in our show.
Showcase. Okay.
Exactly.
Nice. How about you, Jermaine? What were some of the highlights for you?
The turnout and the support, really. Not saying that we wouldn't have gotten the support, but it's a fashion show, so typically you wouldn't think that you'd have gotten so much turnout or so much support from the local community and stuff. And we did got a lot of support from both overseas and locally and stuff. So for me, one of the biggest highlights for me was the support, because most times Jamaicans, we tend to support more parties. We're more trending of parties and so on. So we're not all about fashion and fashion shows and all that. Anybody who talks about like a fashion show is more like, we would consider the persons who are the more uptown people, in a sense, who would support a show like that. But we did get a lot of support from the local community, and we also got a lot of support from the international community. So that for me was, was one of the wow for me, the support that we got.
Let me just say for the international community, we were rather surprised at the
Okay, talk to me about that.
So when we spoke about the show, we told friends and co-workers about it, and when the show came, like so many of them, showed up, took the time out to, take time off from work and show up, and we really, really appreciated that.
And they brought friends with them.
And they brought friends with them, yeah. And the thing is, we had a lot of first timers to Jamaica, a lot of first timers, including yourself, including yourself. So
I really enjoyed being in Jamaica. The people there were very friendly, and you guys also made it very fun. Yeah. So talk to me now, how did you go about the selection process? How did you determine who would present at your show? Like for the designers, how did you go about it? Or was it that you already knew the designers and you just gave them a platform? Or did you research and say, for this initial show, this was who we wanted?
So we actually have one designer in Jamaica that we have worked with before, who actually showcased in last year's show, which was Kafani Couture.
Okay.
He was one of the designers we did a photo shoot with in Jamaica before. So we knew that we have worked with him before. We knew his pieces, we knew his craft. We knew that his professionality was something that we needed on the show. So he was one of them that we actually, wanted to bring on the show, and help him to create a platform and also a visual stage for himself as well. Okay. For another international designer that we actually had, because we had local designers and we had international designers on our show. Okay. We had an international designer from here, Edwin D'Angelo. He was part of our show, and he was able to travel international to Jamaica to showcase his pieces to the international community. Okay. And another part of our selection process, as you mentioned, is that what we do is we put ads out there that we actually looking for designers, and we'll go to the models later on. But we're looking for designers, and designers could actually register or give us a call. They could actually register online for our show, and we'll give them a call and follow up with them. We'll check out their pieces, check out their styles, making sure that they fit the criteria of our show. Okay. We're not looking to have all strictly professional designers on our show, because our show is built in an area to provide opportunities for everyone. Okay. So we're looking for designers who are not fully established, who are still finding that little niche, to actually come on our show and help them to basically build a bigger product.
So you're looking more or less for established designers, but also new and upcoming designers.
Exactly, exactly.
Okay.
So if you're one, reach out to us, go on our website, and send us the information.
Well, why don't you just tell them the website to go to?
All right, so our website is FIWIentertainment.com. And you could also email us at fiwi.ent@gmail.com. Reach out to us anytime. We'll try to be as prompt as possible in reaching out to any messages.
Okay. So as you were collecting designers, and then you were also doing, I believe, models tryout as well. So how about selecting the place, the location also? How did you go about designing the area, selecting the location and everything?
I normally travel to Jamaica because that's my birth country. Gotcha. And I went to an event one time at this hotel, SOB, and the location, I like the location because the scenery with the background for the sea and the whole layout of it. So I decided, I came back, show Shane, Jermaine pictures of the location and said, wouldn't be this a nice place to have the show? And they were like, we're gonna check it out. So they went down, look at it, and they like the location.
Well, I can attest because I took several pictures there, and I mean the view is breathtaking. I mean, there's nothing like it so far that I have seen. the glance of where the sun rises and everything.
Yes.
It was really beautiful. It was really stunning.
Yes.
So here's a follow-up question now. Is the show being held at the same location, or have you guys started brainstorming about a new location yet? Should I speak to you guys or ask Jermaine?
Let's talk to Jermaine about that.
Jermaine, what do you have for us? Are we going back to the grill, or are we doing something else right now?
Well, as the name states, Fashion in the West International, so we're definitely keeping it in the West.
All right.
This year's show is going to be in the grill, yes. We have selected a new location. This new location is going to be at Travelers Beach Resort. We chose this location based on a number of factors. I mean, SOV was really, really good to us. I mean, that view was very hard to give up. There are a few things that we wanted to do last year that we never got a chance to do last year. We thought of saying, hey, you know, we could perhaps, you know, bring that to light this year. But we decided to take a different turn because, you know, with everything in planning an event and coordinating an event, you know, the event space is very, very key, very, very important. And while SOV is a really nice place, a really nice property to keep an event and stuff, we had decided to move to Travelers Beach Resort because of the space that it has, and it will give us more of a flexibility in terms of how we want to create our runway or we want to create our stage. But this year we are looking to take it up more than a notch and stuff. So our patrons are in for a treat for this year's show and stuff. I'm not going to tell you too much, just can't let out the secret.
Oh, come on. This is what we're here for.
Of course, but if I tell you the secret, man, it's going to be boring because you're going to be expectant of that. So I want to keep your thoughts, you know.
All right, sounds like a plan. So as we plan and we talk about what's coming for this year, do you have a website where potential models, potential sponsors, if they want to actually join, do you have a location, a telephone number for them to reach you guys on?
Well, yes. Currently our website provides all of that information. Also on our social media platform, our Instagram and Facebook page, they do provide those information. So if any interested persons who are interested designers, interested model, interested sponsors and stuff, they can definitely reach out to us for that. However, we are very deliberate in terms of our sponsorship because we don't want to just get up and just ask for any sponsors to sponsor our show. We want to be deliberate in who we ask to sponsor our show because, of course, is in Jamaican terms, we would say one hand wash the other, one hand wash the other. So whomever we select, and if they decide to come on board, of course, while they're helping to boost us, we are helping to boost them as well too. So it's really kind of you wash my back, I wash your back too. So in them reaching out to us, we are also deliberate in reaching out to specific companies and persons who we believe can contribute towards our growth and development, and also for us to contribute towards their continued, you know, growth and success as well.
So you're looking for people who are willing to share in your vision. Is that correct? If yes. I'm getting this correct?
Yes.
So it's not just to have someone with a platform. It's people who share more or less the vision that you have for FIWI, right, who also wants to make a contribution towards the goal that you're trying to achieve.
Exactly. And to piggyback off of that, on the backdrop behind you, it says FIWI, and it also says inspiring the possibilities, right?
So tell me about that.
So what we mean by inspiring the possibilities, as we said, we have, as Orville mentioned before, 95% of the models that took place in our show were beginners. Never walked on the stage, never walked on a runway, even never walked in a high heel before. You know, and you know, we're able to take those models and coach them, transform them into runway models. You know, and you know, we got feedback from, you know, attendants from our show. They couldn't believe that none of the models, I mean, not all the models were professionals. You know, so they thought all the models were professionals, which that's what we want to do. We want to take someone, just walk off the street, and if they have potential to be part of our show, they get that potential to be part of our show. We want to continue to inspire designers, upcoming models, and other entertainers, you know, who wants to contribute to our show.
So as you are watching this now, and I gather many of you will have an interest. So once again, it's FIWIentertainment.com. I know that by watching this, it's not just only educators, but we are making it available to everyone. So again, you'll probably want to get in contact with FIWIentertainment.com. Send up your information. Send them all the potential possibilities that exist right now as to what you can do as a sponsor, how you can get involved. But now let's get to this. What are some of the benefits if someone is interested in sponsoring your show that they could say, because of my involvement, I will receive this? What are some of the potential that exists for a brand new sponsor who's looking to say, I've never done anything as far as a fashion show. I've never done anything with Jamaica. How would this now open a new market for them?
Right. So I'm going to let Jermaine take over that one, but before
Jermaine, let's go. You're the one in Jamaica. So tell us, what are some of the benefits here, some of the gains for our future sponsors?
Right. So some of the benefits that, you know, our sponsor will benefit from is, one, they'll be featured on all of our social media platforms, because we are, you know, of course, we're now in a digital age where everything is being published on social media, you know, from Instagram to Facebook to Twitter, Snapchat, etc. So every advertisement that we do on these platforms, they'll be featured on that. Of course, in addition to that, every marketing material such as flyers, posters, etc., they'll also be featured onto that. One of the coolest thing that they'll be featured on as well, because we want them to be present as best as possible. So not being featured only on our social media platform and marketing material, but also on the day of the event and stuff. We do have a village that will showcase and brand their own products and services and stuff. So we really want to not just highlight their products and services, but also for them to be present. So the patrons who do attend the show, they basically get an opportunity to feel what this company has to offer, their services and products that they do sell, and so on. So those are some of the things that our sponsors will definitely benefit from. In terms of our, you know, radio interviews or television interviews and so on, they'll be published on all of that items. So they're not limited to anything whatsoever. They will be stretched right across the board with everything that we do as it relates to advertising, marketing, etc.
Okay. So have you guys determined yet when the show will take place this year?
Yes.
Do you have a date in mind?
Yeah, we do. We set a date. It's going to be December 9th.
December 9th?
December 9th. Yes.
Nice.
December 9th.
Nice.
Yes.
What day was it again?
December 9th. It's on a Saturday.
I just want to make sure they're here.
So for everyone who's listening and watching right now, here is some information that I think you're going to need. So if I'm correct, there are package deals that you guys have available also.
Yes.
Am I
on
correct?
the website. It is on the website.
Okay,
Yes.
so
Yes. So how the package are designed, so if they're traveling from international, we have international guests. If you're an international guest and you like to attend our show, there are packages that you could get that's associated with the hotel that we work out a deal with the hotel where those packages are at a reasonable rates. You could get, it will be an all-inclusive deal this year actually, where you could come, everything will be in one place, the show will be in one place, where you're staying will be in one place. We would have the beautiful beach, the water, everything that you could just enjoy and lay back.
Food. Don't forget the rum punch.
who wants to go to Jamaica and not have some rum punch? But if they get in contact with your website, they will be able to find out all the information of the various packages that you guys have available. So for those of you watching, once again, why am I doing this as an educator is because I believe in the community, there are multiple ways that we can actually help each other. As an educator, as a school principal, I believe that, guess what? My students now for next year, they're also going to learn part of the process here. So let's talk about that just a little bit. When the students are engaged in the program that we're thinking about, development, photography and all that, what are some of the things that they will learn?
All right, so we're not only going to teach them about the modeling industry and photography and the video and stuff like that. We're trying to help them build character and self-awareness, self-confidence. We're building that across the board with them. We'd also include parental and student engagement along.
Nice.
And so what that would also do is it would increase attendance for the students.
Yes, definitely.
Because students who are not interested in certain programs right now might end up being interested in this program that we're doing and going to end up attending the program. So part of the way we design the program, we want to make sure that if a student is part of our program, their attendance record is also got to be good. Okay. So that will be an incentive for them to actually show up. And we will have parental engagement where parents will come to a workshop and actually work one-on-one with their kids and us. So parents will be able to engage with their kids. And this will be a fun moment, you know, just music.
Well,
fun.
For me, I'm also thinking maybe having a show at the school where we can actually have all the family and the community come and actually see, you know, a smaller version of what you guys are actually doing. So a smaller version, whereas you have entertainment in the West, maybe we'll have it entertainment in East New York. You know, just as a way to get everyone within the community to participate.
Exactly, and that's definitely along the line what we're aiming for right now.
Okay.
So we're in the planning stage, and we're making sure that we cover all the grounds to making sure we involve the school, the community, the parents, and the students.
Okay. Sounds like great fun.
Yes.
So I want to make sure we have all this information once again. So we have multiple handlers. You have Facebook, you have Instagram. And I'm hoping you have all the Twitter account. So you're going to have the information available for those that actually want to sponsor models. If you're looking, if you want to become a model, they can actually get in contact with you. And also because this is, as we said, international. So it's not just within the United States. You have people outside and beyond that may be interested in seeing what is this show really about? So therefore, they will be able to get in contact with you also via your website and everything else. Is that correct?
That's correct. That's correct.
Okay, good.
Very true.
So before we end the show, I definitely want to ask, what was the turnout? Do you guys have pictures? Do you want to show the community what it is that they missed on so they have an idea as to what they're going to see this year?
No, we don't want to. Let them come and see them.
You know what? Let's give them just a little taste of
there you go. We got to show people just a little bit of what happened.
So we're going to show you just a little bit of what took place in Jamaica at the show. So right after we roll the credits, you'll see a little bit of the show. That way, you know, get you motivated to be there this year.
So part of the show, are you also going to have entertainment also? Will there be like some form of show that to capture the audience while intermission is taking place or before or after?
Right. So, you know, our organization is FIWI Entertainment. Entertainment,
all
big,
across
bold,
the board.
bright. All
across the board.
So, you know, we want to create a show that once you sit down or stand up, whatever you want to do, it's just straight entertainment, straight enjoyment all across the board. We're going to have different musicians. And as you discussed with the schools, one thing that we have discussed, all three of us, is to have kids who have like small talents to actually showcase their talents on the show, during the segments of when the runways are basically closed.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to see how this looks in my school, especially to see how the kids, they handle the cameras, to make sure that they see the setup. Because a lot of times we don't have a grander perspective as to how a model goes about. We don't have an idea as to what does the runaway perform as. So now to actually see it in the school, give the students a perspective that is very much their own as to hands-on activity that they can become involved in, and also the families to actually be there and watch their kids choreography, you know, that will take place, how to walk, because a lot of time we don't take these things into account. But as you mentioned before, there were people, this is their first time walking in heels. How did you guys get that done? I mean, I'm trying to understand, models are walking, you're saying this is the first time. So there is someone there that is actually orchestrating the whole thing, supervising and making sure. Is that correct?
Right. So we have a model coach that teaches the model how to walk, how to pose, you know, how to stand. And not only was the first time they were walking in heels, they were walking over water.
Listen, if you are an educator and you're interested in modeling, also do not hold back. We are inviting everyone to actually come try this out. So any parting last words that you guys want to share? I'll turn to you first.
I must say, you know, we're looking forward to the community's support for this, especially we rolling something like this out into the school programs where kids could be part of something like this, where they could learn design, they could learn how to just build a better self-awareness, basically. And basically parents and teachers coordination to making sure that we grow these kids the right way and basically put something, you know, out there in the atmosphere.
Nice.
So as far as modeling, a lot of time people just look at it as someone walking. It's a lot of discipline and it's a lot of hard work. And I think bringing this into the school, it will teach them not only confidence, but it teach them discipline and it will motivate them also.
Okay, good. Jermaine?
Yes, definitely. Looking forward for this year's show and just letting you guys know, of course, you know, the show is not just, you know, a show where people just come and just walk and showcase stuff. You know, the show is really about building a brand. The show is really about building relationship. The show is really about, you know, the entertainment and also enhancing our culture here in Jamaica. Just to showcase the world what, you know, Jamaicans have to offer, those true talented designers, you know. Those are the designers that you'll find, you know, in the rural areas and stuff that nobody will definitely hear about and so on. So our show is all about bringing out those people who are in those little communities, in those little areas that, you know, don't get those opportunities to really showcase their talent and stuff. So our show is really about, you know, bringing forward that talent and helping people to, you know, to build and to grow and to develop, you know, as great designers, as great models and so they themselves can, you know, extend themselves to the, you know, the wider world and, you know, build themselves too. You know, that's what, you know, FIWI is about. It's not just about, you know, you come to a show and you watch people just walk and so on. It's really about building a brand and building a relationship and encouraging others to come forward and showcase the talent, you know.
Sounds great. Yeah. So I'm very happy to hear that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I must piggyback off what Jermaine said, you know, and the question that you asked me, if there's anything else we want to add to that. The models that we choose, these are models that we actually pay. So these are paid models, or anyone that comes on our show and actually take part, we actually do pay them. The show that we have in Jamaica, of course, at the moment. So I'm saying that because our show create work opportunities for the local community. So we're talking about local community, we're talking about local small business. If we need to get food for the models for a specific day for practicing or something like that, that's something that some of our sponsors, if there's a restaurant that want to take part in that, they could actually sponsor food for the models or something like that. We actually create opportunities for small business, the stage that we built. So a small company came in and built that stage for us. And you know, the work opportunity that we create is just mind blowing, because the models that we actually use and the people that we use, they were very excited about it and they're looking forward to next year and they just can't wait.
Okay, sounds good. So as you all have heard, so this is not just something that within the States alone. It goes back to Jamaica, and we are recruiting people from all different walks of life.
Exactly.
So it's not just people from New York to Jamaica. If you happen to be somewhere else and you want to be a sponsor, you want to be a model, you can reach out to FIWIentertainment.com and you fill out the form and they'll be in contact with you. For me personally, I'm looking forward to see how they support the kids at the school level, because I want to know how we're going to help them to develop their confidence, show them the production of putting a show together, having them see how it's like to work in the field of modeling, and also to show them here's something that you can actually do to also support your community, because as they are learning and we want them to have a sense of community, now that we are here and people are interested, as we can tell, a lot of people went and the venue to actually see the show. Now we're looking for even more to capture this opportunity that's been presented to them. And I want also educators to see, let's not restrict our students to just certain fields. There are many other areas that they can branch into, that they can expand and develop curiosity. It is not our role to determine for them, but more or less to have opportunities for them to see where and what direction they want to go to. So I want to thank you, gentlemen, so much for being here with us. And once again, who wants to share the handle? So therefore, people, if they're looking to find out and they want to get information, where can they go to?
They could go to FIWIentertainment.com. So they'll go to our Instagram page, FIWI Entertainment. We also have our Twitter page, which is FIWI Entertainment. And we also have a Facebook page, which is FIWI Entertainment.
And on those handlers, they can see the previous show that took place, and they can see all the different things. For those of you watching, I also took some pictures up there. I wasn't modeling, but I'm up there too. So I'm looking forward to seeing that everyone is able to actually see the actual show that took place, to actually see some of the designers that we showcased the work, and most importantly, to continue to support you guys. So thank you so much, and I look forward to the next time. And make sure that you are there. And what's the date once again?
December 9th.
2023. All right. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, I want to thank everyone in the community for listening and watching Parlez with Dr. Moise. Once again, have a wonderful evening and be well and be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm asking the question once again. You have to get involved. Now we have some designers all the way from Africa, Jamaica.